Resident Evil.
Suddenly we became a zombie. Da-na-na-na. This is like the lamest jump scare in the game. Well, I don't know, it's jump scare, build-up scare in the game. Oh no, a really slow zombie. What do I do? Oh well,
Yeah,
I guess I could lead it to this side of the table and then run through the door. Okay.
Jill, it
Okay,
might be
bye,
time to
zombie.
invest in some new boots.
She does seem
Your
to fall
soles are got a
lot.
bit flat.
Did I kill that guy with 3 bullets?
Well, he was already dead, so no.
Your soul can rest easy, Josh.
Excellent.
You're not a murderer yet.
Clock, 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 clock.
Why are you saying clock?
Because the clock is ticking.
Oh.
So what were you saying this Sonata is useful for? Because if it's not useful for anything recent, then I'm gonna
It's not useful for anything. It's not useful for anything. All I can say is it's about halfway down the list of things in this wiki,
Right.
this walkthrough.
I like how there's no sign when you're in the downstairs portion of this that there's a zombie, but the second you get up here and you can hear him.
This is. I know that this
way?
game came out only.
This one? No.
I think Eternal Darkness came out only a little bit later, but this like game does put me in mind.
No, no. Eternal Darkness was heavily influenced by Resident Evil, but the original came out on the PSX, the original PlayStation. Eternal Darkness was a GameCube game.
Right? Was that not what I said? I'm sorry. That's what I
You said it only came out a little while later, and I'm like, it was like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
that's
Yeah,
a
no,
bad
that's
sign.
what I intended to say. I'm aware of the chronology there. You can clearly see it when you compare the two titles.
What the hell is
It
even
just
out
would not
there?
have been possible.
No, you know what? Screw your horror-sounding stuff. What the hell was that?
Resident Evil was 1996,
okay.
Eternal Darkness was 2002.
Yeah, that's a big difference in tech years.
Right there around the turn of the millennium, those were the massive. That's when we got bump mapping, and that sort of changed everything.
I think the initial
detail-wise.
HD re-release of this game came out in
That sort of sucks,
2001.
Sort of sucks that we've lost the thread of that. Like, can you think of a game that you can make today that you just absolutely could not make in 2009?
I can't think of anything.
Oculus Rift something.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Okay, there's something you couldn't make in 2009, and you can't make today.
Oh,
Look, we're only what 6 months, or let's call it 9 months away from a commercial release. It's coming. It will
We're really
exist.
9 months away.
we're always 9 months away from
they
the
said-
Oculus Rift release.
No, they've announced today. It's like Q1 of 2016. So it's before March of next year.
I
So at most
expected it
about
to
a
be
year
sometime
away.
in 2015, to be honest. Okay, I don't think this has any use whatsoever anymore. This is a broken shotgun you can use to presumably
Was that a
untrigger
9-volt
the trap.
battery?
That
That was
so,
on screen a little while ago.
Jill's other defensive weapon is a taser, which apparently uses an entire 9-volt battery when you use it.
I feel
It's
like
really
that's
interesting
the
to
worst
look at the
possible weapon used against zombies, but what do I know?
Yeah.
It's really interesting to look at the evolution of the Resident Evil series, because it started as this like super hardcore survival horror, and then it kind of invented the modern third-person shooter. Like,
Yeah, that and Gears of War combined them together,
RE4 was
and yeah.
pre-Gears, though. It was before Gears of War happened. So like,
RE4 is... RE4, I kind of get mechanically why it's an interesting game, but that's a classic example of I was never scared playing that game. That was way too silly.
Right.
When Midget Napoleon showed up, I was laughing so hard at the game. It was just
that's
so dumb.
the problem, right? Like, Resident Evil has fallen from... Like, Resident Evil originally was already a campy B-movie that was a little over the top and a little weird and goofy. And after 6 sequels and a bunch of spin-offs, it is now, like,
oh
way,
god, what
way
is that? Okay,
After-
let's pump the water.
What were you saying, Chris?
no, I was just
Red.
going to say that it is really, really goofy now.
Like,
Is this
I
in-
looked
good?
up 2009 video gaming out of curiosity, and yeah, it's new properties include Arkham Asylum, Borderlands, Dragon Age Origins, ODST, Infamous, Prototype. So these are all series that not only like were they not, unthinkable. These are all series that have actually had time to go downhill in the intervening time. Like,
Yeah.
that's how little like technology has quantum leaped them.
Do you want me to look this up, Josh?
What do I even do with this thing? Can I kill it? I've not been here before. I missed this room.
You're supposed to put herbicide in the pump. To make
Oh
it
crap!
work.
That's all the way on the other side of the goddamn mansion.
Well, you've already cleared out all the zombies, so you just sprint over there with no problem.
That's not how this game works, Seamus.
Actually,
Seriously,
this
like-
is kind of this is kind of interesting. Sorry, one last note here, because I'm looking at 2009 gaming as a sort of final capstone to my point of technology means a lot less now as it's developing. You know what the big release of 2009 was?
Rock Band?
The big release of 2013, 2014, and 2015.
Call of Duty.
Minecraft.
Call of Duty.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did we both jump on Call of Duty there, Campster?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's like literally the same game. Literally the same game. It's just still this huge moneymaker.
I would say maybe No
Oh, well,
Man's
that doesn't
Sky
sound
is
bad.
something that probably wasn't available in the previous gen. It was probably possible on the PC, but I'll bet you wouldn't get No Man's Sky running on like the PS3 or whatever.
So this is the running journal of a dude turning into a zombie, and then he's going to pop out of this thing here, but he hasn't for some reason.
Well, he's
Oh, there
waiting
we
until
go.
you're done reading it. He
I need to
wrote
get
all
an
that
inch
stuff
closer.
for a
It's
reason.
cool.
He's like, is she done reading?
It's alright, I have
Alright,
like
now.
7 of these daggers.
Oh, you're
I do
using
appreciate
your
how all the zombies
shivs.
look different.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like how you're using your Last of Us shivs on these guys. You stab
No,
them
no,
and
no,
then
god
leave the
damn it!
and then leave the weapon in their
Okay.
head.
That... No, no, god. The controls are killing me.
Oh, did he just stab you with the knife that you put in his head? Because that's hardcore.
No, he didn't do that.
But like, I do have to question why Jill is leaving her knives in their head. I mean, she could just carry one of them.
Are these just like mall
She
ninja daggers?
actually does have a separate survival knife that I left in the box because it's pretty much useless.
Well, you can give them, like, minor lacerations that just make them angry.
Seriously though, like, what are these shitty daggers lying all over this Umbrella Corporation mansion?
God, even just, like, little details like having to go into your menu to see your health. Like, again, things that most players would argue are a convenience or, like, a necessary UI element. Here it's intentional because you don't know how much damage they're doing until you get away and check yourself over.
Reg from accounting wanted to have a Man of War themed bachelor party, so we dug into the slush fund from our last toxic waste murder weapon and bought everybody maul daggers.
They're just Nerf swords from a giant Nerf sword fight.
It'd be interesting to try and make up Fanon to try and untangle this and explain everything in this ridiculous haunted house mansion, so that it.
That's what Resident
makes
Evils
sense.
1 or 2 through 6 are.
Right.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, they should not have done that. We instantly
Well, I mean,
go
it's-
from, this would be great, to, whoa, wow, bad call.
Well, it's actually great to, like, come up with it, like, on paper, and say, haha, look at how silly this is. It would be terrible to play through it. And just constantly explaining weird shit you saw
So we really need to
before.
have this giant statue in there? It's part of a puzzle. Is it? I just like, honestly, I just like...
No,
having
it's
some
it's not part of the
statues lying
puzzle.
around.
It's where we keep the map. Like that's our map storage statue. Why the hell else would we have a giant statue of a half-naked woman with a vase?
I'm just
It's-
saying.
It's because that's where we keep the map.
Maybe Umbrella Corporation likes having some statue toting around. Who does not? As long as I am speaking in character for nameless Resident Evil Umbrella Corporation drones.
Hi, I'm Scott Umbrella. I founded the Umbrella Corporation.
Oh God! Oh,
seemed like a
they found a
fun
way
thing
in.
to do.
What? How did that even?
With all of my malice?
I love that animation. That was fantastic.
In this game, you get to taser dogs.
So, we mentioned Eternal Darkness earlier. I have to say that Eternal Darkness's combat, so choice next to this.
Well, I mean,
the combat
I have
in
to
this
say
game-
that's probably the strongest praise you can give Eternal Darkness' combat, but...
No, it really, for a third-person
Well, I say that, and I
melee-based
love-
survival horror,
yeah.
it's really good.
Well, I really loved Eternal Darkness. I think that's a great
Alright.
game.
Oh man, for having your teeth drilled,
It wasn't
that was
necessarily
pretty
my favorite
great.
part of something.
I mean, you basically, Seamus, have you played Eternal Darkness?
I have not. I'm just being snarky.
Ah, crap! This is what happened last time.
Run away! Run away! Run away, train, never going back. Run away down a one-way track. Something, something, lyrics about
Why is Chris
loneliness.
singing?
Nobody interrupt Chris. I want to see how far he'll go.
Oh
I
God!
just start making lyrics up after
Oh.
that, so...
How did that even work? What? I
Oh
I
my God,
sidestepped the
Josh.
zombie. What the hell? And then I shot him in the back for no reason.
Oh, bad form, sir.
Ah!
We were talking about something serious, and now I can't remember what it was.
Were we?
Of course it's locked.
Eternal Darkness combat?
Eternal Darkness, something, something. Oh, yeah. So, Seamus,
Archive?
Oh God damn it!
Seamus, in Eternal Darkness, you can lock on to enemies, and I can't remember if you
Turn
can
around.
move while locked on or not.
Oh, it's
but
dead.
you-
I tasered it so hard it bled to death.
But when you're locked on, you basically get to choose between center, top, and bottom for targeting, like legs, body, and head. And
Okay.
some things go down really easy in the body, some things go down in the head, and some things go down in the legs. Other things block or try to block different parts of their body. And it's a really simple lock-on
damn it.
system, but what it does is it forces you to look at one particular enemy, and then they occasionally throw multiple at you. And it becomes a real crowd control, strategic stealth thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
way
like-
more interesting than this.
And it's sort of like, also, do you have the courage to, stop and take a moment and target a specific area while this thing is shambling towards you to ruin you?
Right, because they're all coming at
Okay,
you,
this
and they're
is
all going
not
to
a
try to
bad
eat your
puzzle.
face. Also, the other thing Eternal Darkness did really well, not that I want to talk about that instead of this game, but I love the fact that some characters in Eternal Darkness are really good at combat, and some really are not. And Eternal Darkness did not shy away
Yes.
from saying, like, this guy's a warrior, and he's got a sword, and he's a badass. And then there's like, this guy's a scientist. Just don't even try.
My favorite character, very mild spoilers. I'm not going to go into any detail. Just I'm spoiling what a character is. But my favorite character is like the ancestor of the female protagonist, who's just like some fat old dude, who's like a natural philosopher dude, who just runs around his mansion going, "Ma."
Well, he's sort of like of all the stories, his is the most Lovecraftian because he's the one that ends up in not a great place after encountering the elders.
So, there's that room down there where I found the Book of Curses.
And
Well,
seven
look up what that
these-
does.
The
Is that
seven
thing
curses
that
you're
Capcom
not.
cast on themselves?
I was gonna say, are those the 7 curses you're not allowed to use on network TV that George Carlin knew?
Yeah, that's it. That's totally what it is. It's not some sort of means of summoning the death coffin. Anyway, there are these heads with like various different missing body parts. Should I really plug this death mask into this?
I thought we were trying to poison a plant. How far down this Rube Goldberg
No, we'll get
machine
back
are
to that.
we?
This is an
I don't know
adventure
that we
game at
will.
heart, Seamus.
What is the sinister secret of the mansion? Umbrella Corporation.
Why does the death mask
the
have
mansion.
like serious
The
pimple
mansion
problems?
is a sinister trap to occupy Umbrella Corporation, to occupy Raccoon City police officers for an indefinite amount of time with ridiculous bullshit
Umbrella
puzzles.
Corporation police
While we
officers.
bring our SWAT team into bear.
You're running distraction on the zombies. Oh, I got shotgun shells over here that I've avoided.
Scott
until now.
Umbrella is
I
playing
have a
God, and
shotgun.
we have to stop him.
Yeah, wow, that's a fast shotgun reload there. She loaded 5 shells
wanna
into
write
that
them. I
like
wanna
1
write-
second.
I know they've already made them, but I want to write the Resident Evil movie. And what will we do, Scott? What will you do to us when we don't fall under the umbrella of your corporation?
God, the Resident Evil movies are like... Imagine Quentin Tarantino directing, like, a weird foot fetish movie. That's what I imagine Resident Evil is to Joss Whedon.
Isn't that what his movies
It's
are?
Well, but that's my point. It's like, you're playing off Joss Whedon's weird, creepy, like, sexy ninja lady fetish. Like, that's all those movies
God
are.
damn it.
Joss Whedon had nothing to do with the Resident Evil movies, did he?
No, he didn't. But it's just weird. I don't know. I like Mila
I've
Jovovich, but I
actually
like her in
seen-
like Fifth Element.
Yeah. I've actually seen Resident Evil 1 for some reason.
I've seen most of them, and they work better as horror comedies, but they refuse to be comedies, and that's just tragic because they would be great horror comedies, but they are just horror straight up horror action, and they don't work at all as
No,
horror
they
action.
don't. They're too dumb. They're much too dumb and unfocused and have no idea what they're doing with the tone. I forget, it was either 2 or 3 had them driving around the desert, and I liked the desert parts, and then it would cut back to Jovovich, and I'd be like, oh, her and her dumb stuff. Oh, the damn main plot. Oh, darn. No, go back to the people driving the bus in the desert. Those guys were cool. And then the movie forgets about them because who cares? It's all about...
Mad Max
it's
versus the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, and
There's
then
some
they
zombies out
cut
there.
back to magical Neo from the Matrix as a sexy ninja zombie versus J.C. Denton Albert Wesker in Control for a
Yes.
Ruined World, and it's like, what is this thing doing?
It doesn't help that freaking it doesn't help. Okay, I completely lost my train of thought.
Wow, that looks
Well, I'm watching
weird.
you struggle to. Oh wow, that does look weird.
What the fuck? I finally just caught up. That's an ace water effect right there.
Green.
Did they
green.
borrow that from the original
Aw.
game?
Why would I do green?
Did they just do that water effect by warping a texture? Is that it? Like, I mean, I guess that's probably how they do most water effects, but...
Huh. I did not think we would see the resolution to this puzzle this week, but we did, and I'm underwhelmed.
Well, I just ruined a bunch of herbs.
So what do we get here at the end of this little puzzle?
Because
Is
Thanks,
this
Campster!
you pump the herbicide into the green leaves. Oh my
Start
god.
singing to you about
You
how he's a
told
big
me to
mean mother
do
from
it!
outer space.
Oh, we got another one of these death masks.
Oh no! We're gathering up the 4 death masks of nonsense.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Someone
I don't
please
think
tell
Jill
me.
knows,
Oh,
but I think
no.
he's excited as I am to find out.
No, the controls are ruining it.
Chris Red bus home. Okay, wait a minute. Are we on the 2nd floor?
No,
How
we're on
did
the
those
first
zombies
floor
get
now.
up here? Okay.
No, they're down. It's first floor.
Okay,
They rappelled off the roof to come in the window.
I'm just imagining zombies just like bouncing down a wall, like head, like
Yes.
waist. Just start tumbling head over heels, smashing through the windows face first.
Oh, I should probably save at some point here. How much would it suck to get
Down
killed by
the
zombies and lose like the last episode and a half of progress?
So you've got a lot of save ribbons. Is this normal for the game, or are you playing it like this?
I don't
seems like a
know.
lot more than 1996 would give you normally.
It seems like get a save ribbon, use a save ribbon is the only possible save strategy here.
They give you
Yeah.
a lot of ribbons primarily because back in the 90s you would get crap like that stupid random half key and you have no idea what the hell it does, and this is before you really had internet guides to tell you what to do. So you would save after finding like any item in case it was important.
I think we pretty well explored this.
At what point did it
place?
become reliable that you could look on the internet and find a solution to a video game puzzle?
The birth of game facts, game FAQs.
Yeah, and that coincides a lot with the death of adventure games. Let's just throw that out there. Like, there's nothing that ruins
I
an
don't
adventure
know.
game worse than you realize this puzzle was stupid
Like
nonsense,
realizing
and then
that
you realize
there's no point, like that this was
Yeah,
would have
I
been a
would've-
huge waste of your time.
It would have made 80s and early 90s adventure games a lot more bearable if I could have just pressed a button in the adventure game that said, I give up, and it would solve
But-
the puzzle for me or tell me what to do.
But when you go to GameFAQs, you've got to read through, and you read through, where's the part where
Yeah.
I'm stuck at? You end up reading a bunch of other stuff, and you kind of, you'll read a lot more than just the solution to the puzzle you have. And then you've already got the document open, so the next time you hit a wall, you're like, well, I know I just have to hit Alt-Tab, and I'll just see the answer. It's right there. It's the next thing to do. And then you just like sort of just follow the guide, and you're just following somebody else's directions, and you realize the entire game is pointless.
Why am I doing this?
A stone statue with holes where the eyes should be.
Two more and
Oh,
you've got this
man.
puzzle solved.
Okay, Josh, wait, hold
Also,
on.
isn't
I know
this
the
where
next
Freddy
step of the
Krueger
puzzle
died?
now. You need to listen for the sound of the crying baby. Wait, no, the laughing baby. It's the crying woman. Then you gotta
You
go
made
around
that
the
joke last
hallway.
week, Rutsgarn.
Well, then maybe we should stop playing playable trailer.
Everybody is going to have to stop playing playable trailer soon. So
Oh, no, you've made everyone sad, Chris.
And the countdown to a conceivably good Silent Hill game is reset to big fat question mark.
Yep.
I mean, let's think.
But hey-
Silent Hill 2 is pretty good.
3 was alright.
Okay.
we don't need any more Castlevanias or Bomberman or
But really, it really does make me bitter that we've got basically, you know, a small number of Silent Hill games, and then
Richard,
more Resident Evil games than
What
the world
happened?
really ever could possibly
you're
need.
wounded.
There's almost a Resident Evil game for every American at this point.
Killing zone. There are monsters.
What
Good
did
old
this
You
cat
do?
sound remarkably kid-ish.
And it had to
I
be
just I
Mr.
suddenly
Richard.
realized
But he looks
I'm
like
not in
he
any
looks
of
like
the later
Vanilla
Resident
Ice.
Evil games. Why did they
Bring me
keep me
syrup.
out of the rich Raccoon
Awesome.
City Umbrella Corporation mythos,
I'll
Jill?
go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Probably has something to do with your Vanilla Ice haircut, you dumbass. What are you doing outside of the 90s with that haircut?
Why did I straight up leave? What?
Into a room with no exit.
So, I don't remember that guy as being part of the rich Raccoon City Umbrella Corporation mythos. Am I wrong?
I'm gonna go get you help. Walks into closet.
No, that was the hallway. Ooh, herbs. Herbables.
So, we need to look for a place to wrap up this week. There's herbs right
You
there.
come out of
Just
the
give him
closet
an
a few
herb.
minutes later saying,
No,
sorry, I
no,
didn't
the
find
purple
any.
herbs are the ones that make you not poison, Seamus. It's different. Oh god, I'm lost.
So, spray paint them.
These look like imposing doors. Oh.
This looks dangerous.
Okay.
Looks like
Yeah. The sleeping night. The sleeping night. The sleeping night.
my screen's
Is
offline.
she reading this off of something?
I think we can already sort of determine that the script is perpetually
Woe
hovering
to
several
those who
inches in front
disturb
of
my
the
sleep.
faces of all these characters.
This seems to me like a bad idea. Let's end the episode on it.
Yes! Press
Oh.
the button!
Oh. Right. I was expecting the suits of armor to like come to life and kill us, but
And then the game
That's what
mixes
they
it
all
up and it's like,
expect.
haha, poison
I can't
gas.
move by the way. I'm just like this is a really long dying of gas animation.
That is
What?
so
and then
dumb.
I stood up. Okay, bye. What the hell is that?
You
And then-
are
God
dead.
damn it, Jill, we didn't say cut.
and then blood exploded out of your butt to spell you are dead.
Anyway, this is very. You can see the origins of Bloodborne, kind of, if you think about it. No, seriously, like the respawning enemies, the fact that it's really hard, the fact that progress of any kind is something worth saving. I mean, you can really trace a lot of Bloodborne back to Resident Evil 4, but even some of it comes all the way back to here.
Am I the only one who hears like Camster
Your
at a
voice
slightly
is
lower
voice
pitch
so
than
deep.
normal? Like what the hell?
Am I sounding? Did I get
Did
possessed by
you
a
like
demon?
modify your voice or something? Did you get
Chris, your voice
possessed?
dropped like 4 octaves.
What happened? Do I sound okay now? You
I
guys
thought
are
I was
scaring me.
no.
You sound like a vampire.
Okay, I'm gonna
Say something
leave
evil.
because you guys are freaking me out. That's. Josh, I am your father.
He said, oh no, it's Drunk Vader.
Oh my God, Camster is the Resident Evil.